It's time to discuss about the largest phylum of the kingdom Animalia, that are the insects. And insects are included in the phylum Arthropoda. In this part, we'll discuss about all the general characters of the phylum Arthropoda and about the mouth parts of the grasshoppers and other insects also. The next phylum that we are going to discuss includes the animals which have been ruling our planet Earth since time immemorial. This is the phylum Arthropoda, which includes the insects. And the phylum Arthropoda is the biggest phylum. The parthenogenesis phenomena is found in the insects. That means the development of an individual without fertilization. The fossil arthropods are known as the trilobites. High degree of cephalization is found in the phylum Arthropoda. So there is a distinct head on the anterior portion of the insect. It consists of many fused segments that bears well-developed sense organs, and the sense organs include eyes, compound eyes, and the antennae. Compound eyes consist of many similar units known as the ommatidia, each having a lens and capable of forming an image. This figure shows the ommatidium. So each ommatidium has a lens in which the cone cells are present, and these cone cells help in formation of an image. It helps in the vision of colors. There are retinal cells behind the cone and the pigment cells. So this figure shows the cross section of the ommatidium. And all the ommatidia are connected to an optic nerve which sends the signal to the brain. The arthropods have external segmentation. That means their body is divided into segments, also known as metamers. And segmentation is either having two regions with head and the trunk, or the cephalothorax and abdomen. Or it may be three regions with the head, thorax and abdomen. The segments of the arthropod bear jointed appendages. So the name Arthropoda is on this. Arthro means joints and poda means foot. The body wall consists of a thick chitinous cuticle. The cuticle is made up of chitin. And the cuticle is composed of protein and polysaccharides, and cuticle is very strong due to the deposition of minerals like calcium phosphate and carbonate. So this shows the body plan of the arthropods. In the body parts you can see the cephalothorax and the abdomen part, if they are divided into two parts, and they may be having head, thorax and abdomen. And the body is segmented. This is an aquatic form. The figure shows an aquatic form, so there are swimming appendages also. And you can also see the antenna, which are sensory in nature. The mouth parts are used for feeding, and walking legs are also present. The cuticle, it sheds periodically, and this process is known as molting or ecdysis, and it is seen in all the insects. The flexible part of the cuticle is the suture. It is a groove-like structure present in the cuticle of these insects. So this suture splits up, and the organism or the insects, it comes out after molting. So the insect comes out from the cuticle through the suture only. The chitinous plates which are present on the exoskeleton of the insects are known as the sclerites. The epidermis is single layered and it is without cilia and flagella. The muscles are striated, that means they are voluntary, and these striated muscles, the voluntary muscles, have been first time developed in the arthropods. The body cavity that are present around the visceral organs is known as the hemocoel. The digestive tract is complete in the insects, that means they have two openings. One serves as a mouth and one other serves as an anus. And it is divided into three parts. The stomatium, that is the anterior part. The mesenteron, that is the middle part. And there is proctodium, that is the posterior part. There are many types of mouth part present in the insects. They can be adapted for biting and chewing type, as it is in grasshopper, cockroach, termites and caterpillars. They may be piercing and sucking type, that are well developed in the mosquitoes, bugs and fleas. They may be chewing and lapping type, found in the bees. They may be sponging type, found in the housefly or the fruit fly. Or they may be siphoning type, that are well marked in the butterflies and the moths. So this is the figure of biting and chewing type mouth parts which are shown in the grasshopper. In the grasshopper there are four main parts found: the mandible, maxilla, labium and hypopharynx. The mandible is the largest part of the chewing insects, and they are two in number, present on either side of the head. So there is right mandible and there is left mandible, and it is present between the labium and the maxilla. These are used to masticate the food, that is to cut, tear, chew, etc. The next part is the maxilla. This maxilla lies beneath the mandibles and it helps in manipulating the food while masticating. These maxilla also have sensory parts which helps in sensing the characteristics of the food. The next is the labium, and it is the floor of the mouth. It also helps in manipulating the food while masticating. The next is the hypopharynx, and it lies beneath the labium here. So this is about the chewing and the biting type of insect, mouth parts. The next is the mosquito type, and they have piercing and sucking type of mouth part. The important mouth parts in these mosquitoes are the proboscis and the stylet. The proboscis is formed by the modification of the maxilla and the mandibles in these insects, and they are covered by a modified labium. So the proboscis helps in piercing the tissue and sucking the blood from the host. The stylet is only present in the female mosquitoes. The labium forms all the mouth parts, it covers all the mouth parts, and the labrum is the main feeding tube in the mosquitoes. So the labrum helps in sucking the blood in the mousketoes. They also have modified maxilla and mandible. So mosquitoes' mouth parts are proboscis and the stylet. The next mouth part shown here is of the honeybee, and the main mouth part in the honeybee is that of the proboscis. So this proboscis is a long elongated tube like a structure, and it forms a tongue here. This part shows the proboscis. and it is long and elongated, and it helps in sucking the nectar from the flowers.
If you have any other doubts, you can post them for free on askiitians.com. On the Ask IITian page, you will find the option of discussion board. So on the page of discussion board, you can post your questions under the Ask Experts by selecting various categories in this white box. And by clicking on the Get Answer, you can get the answers of your questions within the next 24 to 48 hours. So students, in this part we discussed about the general characters that are present in the phylum Arthropoda, like about their body wall and circulatory, excretory and the nervous system, and also about the reproduction. And we also discussed about the mouth parts that are present in the grasshoppers and in the mosquito. In the next part, we'll continue our discussion about the phylum Arthropoda, in which we'll cover about the mouth parts of other insects and about its examples. So stay tuned.